Let's go ahead and get started. And if anybody else joins us, then hopefully they can get caught up. I'm going to mute everybody. And then if you have questions or whatever, you can raise your hand, your actual hand, or if you have the ability, there might be a little option for you to raise your hand at the bottom or something. So I'm going to share my screen and kind of go over just what we're doing today or this week. A lot of you have already turned in your character creation worksheet, and that is awesome. So I'm going to share my screen with you. We're going to open up something. Where's my move over here? Thank you. The internet, interwebs. I'm going to open up the rubric. Kennedy, what's your question?
I had a question about number 6.
Okay, we're gonna go over the whole thing. So hang tight and we'll get it. We'll get to ya.
Okay.
Okay, let's just go over the rubric really fast so that you guys know exactly what it is that you're working on. So we are working on our first summative, which I'm gonna scroll back up to the top here. Making a puppet and using your voice to bring it to life. That's the first summative that we're working on. So if we look at our first two formatives here, the first one was to practice some dynamic voice, and then there was that dynamic voice activity sheet, which was just like a quick quiz, and there was a little place for you to write at the bottom, like if you practiced any voices. And then this week is doing some character creation to develop a character. I decided not to have you guys develop a stock character and a main character. I just decided to let you guys look at the resources for stock characters. And then you're going to do that character creation worksheet. And then our summative is for you to make a puppet, and using that character creation resource, you're gonna give your puppet like a sort of voice and backstory. And I'm gonna walk through exactly what that's gonna look like next week. Kennedy.
Danica has a question, but you can't
thank
see
you.
her.
Danica, go.
Thanks, Kennedy. By the way, could we use parts that we already had to make the puppet, or does it have to be completely from scratch? Or
no, you can use whatever you have. I know somebody in another class already has like a full-on puppet that they had from before, and that's totally fine, because remember, you're still going to bring that puppet to life with your voice.
I just decapitated a ball and stuck a stick up the hole where it connects the
Okay, that's fine, that works. Okay, Angie, I can't hear you. Go ahead again.
Me?
Just talk a little louder. Yeah, Angie.
Oh, sorry. So we're allowed to use a puppet that we already own?
Sure. I mean, I want to encourage you to try to make a puppet if you can, but I'm not going to tell you no. Like, if you already have a puppet, then that's totally fine. Go ahead and use that. Okay, I don't see any other questions. Oh, Kennedy again.
So like, can we just draw on our hand and then go like this?
I guess if you want to, that's
okay.
One way to make a puppet. Because really what we're looking for is, I'm looking for that character creation and also that dynamic voice. So remember, you practiced your dynamic voice at the end of the worksheet, and you told me how that went. So let's go to our class now, and we're going to walk through those tasks. We'll just pick a random class. Go to our classwork tab. If you haven't been here, this is where all the classwork is, and the stuff for this week is right here, 4-3. If for some reason you're behind, this one is the puppet making resources. So if you want to learn how to make a puppet, this is not due until next week. Your puppet's not due until Monday. This is the dynamic voice activity sheet. If you click on it, it's like a little quiz. And then at the bottom, you're just going to write down like what character voices you tried to make, and you're just gonna like describe it to me. You don't have to do the voice for me just then. I also posted a Flipgrid on this one. I forgot to do it the week before. And so this is where you can actually record a little Flipgrid of making voices. So a lot of people have made lots of cool, awesome voices. And if for some reason it's not working, just email me and I'll work with you. So it's just, this is just our fun class discussion to try to make silly voices. And you can try to do impressions of characters or people that you already know, or you can just try to make your voice different. So like, I am telling you that myself, Miss Cortez, I am really not good at impressions. So I hope that this gives you a little bit more confidence. Like, you don't have to necessarily sound like another character or person, but you can still use creativity to change your voice. So if my character is supposed to be like a little kid or a baby or really young, then I might raise my pitch because little kids have a higher pitch to their voice. And I also might not speak very clearly because little kids don't know how to speak really clearly yet. So you can do silly voices like that. You don't have to do a voice of a character or a person that's really recognizable. But if you are good at impressions, then give it a try and see what you can do. So this is the resource tab for character creation. And last class, we went over the basic steps of character creation. Some of you were here, so I'm gonna go over this really quickly. I'm gonna just go over this really quickly for anyone who wasn't here. The first thing that you want to establish is your character's motivation. Like, what do they want? What are their goals? Then you want to think about their physical appearance. And this is important if you're going to make your very own puppet and you want to add some, unique characteristics to their physical appearance, or if they're like older or younger, like how are you going to make them look? Then is their personality. How do they act? What are their personality traits? And you can find a lot of this information or you can help like create that personality by looking at those stock characters. Thank you so much. Then you got to think about their voice. This is where that dynamic voice piece comes in, and this is what we're really looking for this particular task. Also, when you start thinking about the backstory for your puppet, somebody else just came in. Who was it? Let's see who joined us. Mickey, Ellery, Jasper, Lyric. Maybe somebody went away and came back. I don't know. You want to think about creating conflict. How are you going to have them interact with other characters? Even though you don't have to make a bunch of puppets, you're just thinking about it, right? So kind of think about what they struggle with. Then that backstory is kind of like what is happening around your character, what makes them tick, what has caused them to be, the evil bad guy that they are, okay? And that's all for those slides. And if you want more detail, I went into this a little bit more on Monday's class. But the other part is this stock characters. If you're like, man, I have no idea what kind of character to make, I have no idea what they're gonna look like or act like or anything, stock characters are a great starting point. These are easily recognized. Oh, Bethel joined us. Hi, Bethel. These are easily recognized characters, and you can totally use these, okay? On the left-hand column, it gives you the type of stock character, and then the middle part explains the qualities and their personality, and then on the right-hand side, it gives you examples from plays and media and stuff like that. So if you're like, man, this sounds like an interesting character, oh, I want to do like, I don't know, I have Crazy Cat Lady on here somewhere. Cat Lady right here. So maybe your character is going to be the Cat Lady. She is an older woman who is overly concerned with her cats. And as you know, she usually has like a lot of cats, like 12 cats or something, right? Another one, like all the Disney princesses are like, damsels in distress, like, oh, help me, help me. So you can use that as a basis, or you can use that as your entire character. This is a great place for new performers to start, okay? And then I also have a link to a blog post on like more detail on how to create a character. Yeah. Oh, Danica. Oh yeah, I answered your question. Okay, everybody's good there. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's how to create it. So then this is your character creation worksheet. So let's go over this because I know that a lot of people had questions. You are just building one puppet, one character to go with that puppet. So you're going to put your name here so that I know whose assignment it is. And then if you have a name for your character, you can give your character a name. Or if you're not really sure, you can just put cat lady or bad guy, okay? And then you're going to, excuse me, answer all the questions as if you were the character, okay? So you're going to think about, okay, how old is my character? How old am I? If I'm playing this character, if I'm playing this puppet character, how old is my puppet character? I'm 4 years old. I'm 4 years old. Okay, thank you. How would you describe yourself? I'm awesome. I'm 4 years old and I'm awesome. Okay. Describe some of your typical movements and gestures. Oh no, I went away. Come back. I killed it. No, I killed it. Please, come back. I killed it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go to classroom. I'm going to see my little puppet. Hi, everybody. I'm gonna unmute people for a minute while I get this fixed. We can have a chat if you want. Hi, Bethel.
Hi guys.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to my hand puppet.
If you can't tell, I've been obsessed with Sherlock ever since I watched the first episode.
Yeah, Sherlock is really good.
Yeah.
Bethel!
Benedict.
Bethel! What? No, Bethel, you cannot control my screen. We're gonna go here. Okay, that's funny though. That's cool. You can do that. We're gonna go back to our character creation worksheet. All right, here we are. We're good now.
Hi guys, Michael here.
Lola. Hi, Lola.
Hey, Asper.
Who's drawing on my screen?
Hello. Who's
That's so sweet. Let me make it big again.
Lost track of time. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Didn't mean to be late.
It's okay.
Oh,
Okay, Lola. It's okay.
We just started talking about the character creation worksheet, so
Oh, okay,
you're good.
awesome.
You're fine. You're fine. Okay. I'm gonna make this one.
Get on the table. Oh my god. Get off.
Oh, that's Maya. I'm gonna mute you again. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go back to my character creation worksheet. Okay. So here we go. So describe some of your typical movements and gestures. What does your voice sound like? Then you're going to describe your environment. So you have to think a little bit about like, okay, what story am I going to make or have for my puppet next week? So next week, this is what you're going to do. You have a couple of options for next week. One, you can just bring your puppet to our virtual class. You can introduce your puppet and then talk as your puppet, just like I did. Hi, I'm 4 years old and I love to dance and I'm gonna tell you a story. And you can tell a little story with your puppet. I can give you a very short little script that you can read as your puppet. Excuse me. You can have your own little script that you can use to demonstrate your puppet, a little monologue if you want. And you can also find your own script if you're like, I want to write my own story script or my own idea for my puppet. Oh, Lola, I love your puppet. That's great.
Her name's Susie.
Yay! I know a couple of other people already finished. Lyric finished his puppet, and Jasper, I think, was talking about how
I finished my
puppet already.
Her tongue fell off.
Oh no, her tongue fell off.
I'm gonna re-glue it. Her eyebrows are falling off. I glued it with glitter glue.
You want to murder my sand puppet? Oh, look at that puppet. Sassy, I love it. That's awesome. Bethel, is that a puppet? I can't hear you, Bethel, but I like it. It's very cute. All right, let's go through the last couple ones because I know some people had questions about number 5 and 6. So number 2 is where am I? If you are going to like put your puppet in a post-apocalyptic, future, then you might want to explain that either with your puppet or when you tell your story. Also, if your puppet has to interact with something, even if it's like invisible, you think about what surrounds you. How does your puppet have any family? What is their social status? Are they an adult? Are they a teenager? Do they have a job, a career? Like if any of those things impact the story of your puppet. What time is it? What time period is it? And all of these questions, obviously, like you can go as deep into these questions as you want, or you can keep it pretty basic.
Ms. Cortez,
Yes.
I already did that.
Yes, a lot of people already did this. A lot of people already did this assignment, but some people.
I just finished.
Okay, so number 5, what are the given circumstances? So what do we need to know about the story, like right before or right after? Excuse me. So if there's something leading up to it, because we don't have time for you to do like this whole long puppet story with your one puppet. You're gonna think about like what happened before. Oh, maybe my puppet just got bullied on the playground if my puppet is a little 4-year-old or whatever. Or maybe my puppet just got robbed or something, like what happened to my character.
Yay!
Yay, you're happy that my puppet got robbed?
Yeah.
Oh, sad. Number 6, what is your character's relationship? So this is just like, you don't have to like think about your puppet having like, loving someone necessarily. Like they don't have to have a significant other, but you can think about like, does your puppet have a parent or a friend that has, impacted the way they are? Where like maybe, okay, so let's say for pretend that my little hand puppet, I'm a 4-year-old and I like to death, but what happened is like I was at the playground and then I couldn't find my mom and I was really sad.
Ha.
Okay, so obviously this puppet has a mom, and so you have to think about like, what is that relationship? How do they feel about that character? How do they treat each other? Or maybe I was playing with my best friend and then she smacked me really hard and it really hard. So maybe now this puppet has a best friend. Lola, do you think, who's saying yay? Is that Lola? Or,
That was me.
I don't know who me is.
Lola, it was me.
It's Lola. Sorry, I don't see everybody. I have to scroll through to see. I'm glad that you think my puppet getting beat up on the playground is hilarious.
I know. I don't find a lot of things funny these days, but when puppets get abused, I find it funny.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that makes me laugh a lot. Okay, so then number 7, what do I want? This is their motivation. What is their objective? What is their goal? Like, what is it that is motivating this character? And like number 8 is what is in my way? What obstacles are preventing me from getting that? Well, my friend was really mean and now I don't want to be friends with her anymore and I'm gonna throw dirt in her face, but there's no sandbox or something. I don't know. Like, you get to develop this for your character, right? And then what do you do? What action do you take to get what you want in the scene? And basically this whole worksheet allows you to craft that story, to craft that scene, so that you can develop the story and the character of what's happening with your puppet and how your puppet feels and stuff like that. So those are the main 3 things that we're talking about. So when you are thinking about your character and creating your puppet, I want you to keep that in mind. I want you to think about, okay, what does my character want? If you want me to give you a little short scene before next week, I'm gonna send out a little reminder. And Jasper, that just reminded me of the song, What Does the Fox Say? That just made me laugh. I think I just broke Jasper a little bit. I'm sorry, Jasper. I didn't mean to get that song stuck in your head. Lola, I love your puppet so
I
much.
fixed it. Her tongue's
You
back
fixed
on.
it. Okay, I'm gonna unmute everybody. Who has questions about this task?
Come here.
Ask a question.
Okay, let's see. Maya.
Get it out of
Maya, do
my
you have a question?
head.
Maya doesn't have a question. Whoever
Yeah.
is Jonathan.
How do you guys get?
They keep changing. their names.
Jonathan is Danica.
Oh,
Yeah.
Danica, do you have a question?
Whoa.
Shh. Yes, I do have a question.
Okay, go, Danica.
How the heck do I do that Flipgrid voice thing?
Okay, so this is what you're gonna do. I'm gonna share my screen again to show you. So you're gonna just go right here to the class discussion Flipgrid. Click on the link. It's gonna bring you up to a page that looks like this. You're gonna click this green square. Even if you can't record your face, the cat is getting really loud in case you care. Okay. You're gonna click this little cross, and then mine won't let me because I'm using it for our class right now, but it'll bring up a camera. If that doesn't work, Danica, just email me. If you guys are having trouble with Flipgrid, I know somebody else was having trouble with Flipgrid yesterday or the day before. Their computer just was having an issue with their webcam and they couldn't do it. So either like we can set up a one-on-one Zoom, you can email me, you can record yourself and then send me the link. Yes, whoever that is that asked me, if you could email me, that's totally fine. Any other questions about the task?
Hi, Lola.
Lola, I like your mask. Did you make it?
No, my mom did.
Nice.
I
I
love
have
it.
to make some more.
Awesome.
I just ordered one.
Can you turn a light on?
Oh, Lola, can you turn a light on because not everyone can see your mask? Or turn around and
No,
face
this is the
window.
only light I have on, and I don't like light. I'm a vampire.
Bethel just wanted to see your
Same.
mask. So he
Oh,
can
yeah,
just, can you
okay.
like take your computer and rotate it around to the light? That's a little better. A little bit better. Jasper, that's
Can
cool.
you see it now?
A little bit. Still kind of dark because of the backlight, but still cool.
I read it.
Dante, I love your puppet. That's awesome. Jasper, that's cool.
There's like extra like hairs sticking out and
Yeah, extra hair sticking out.
I
You guys wanna see my mask?
But like,
Awesome.
I'll go get it.
gloves because I was like,
I
this
just-
is finish, and if I ruin it, then the whole prince ruin it, and my brother made it for me.
Also, thanks to Lola, I posted an enrichment yesterday on the Google Classroom. So if you go to Google Classroom and you go to the stream, this is an enrichment fun dance party Flipgrid for Lola. And so please feel free to have a dance party.
I just can't
Me,
get
by the way, that is just a random video I found on the interwebs.
Not you?
I tried to dance. I did a dance, but the music wasn't loud enough. So then it just looked like me flailing.
Oh yeah, the dancing queen.
That happened to me so many times.
I don't know how to make it so that the music is louder.
Thing is, I just can't dance at all.
It's fine. I did. I had the volume all the way up, but it wasn't like.
It was fun. I liked it.
You guys want to see my face mask?
Yes.
Let me see.
Okay, I made it, so
You
don't
did?
judge,
You made
okay?
it?
Yeah.
Oh, good job. Oh, it's a nice one. It's like a rectangle-y type shape, isn't it?
And it's reversible.
Awesome. Does it have a pocket also?
No.
Oh, look at Bethel's. Bethel, did you make yours?
My sister made this one's my sister's.
Your sister made it.
And yeah, they have pockets.
Good job. I made a bunch too, but I don't have them right next to me. Oh, nice. Yeah, so you can get a filter.
I don't need a mask. Bam.
Nice, Kennedy. It is reversible. Oh, those are cute. Oh, Bethel, that's so
Outside,
cute.
so I don't need a
Got
mask.
llamas on it.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh,
Awesome.
Die.
If you have a face mask, everybody wear your face mask right now.
look,
But what if it's plain?
That's
That
okay.
doesn't
Then
matter.
wear it.
Why?
he's in New York. I'm in an alleyway in London. We
Oh
sure.
my god.
Lyric,
Life's
did you have
great.
a question?
Life's great.
Lyric, did you have a question?
No.
Okay, just want to
Yes,
make
my
sure.
scissors.
Okay, does anybody else have
My
any
mom
other
was
questions
talking to me,
before we
that's why.
go?
Yeah, really dark on the
Okay.
Oh yeah, I have a
Please-
comment.
Okay,
Oh, I
Lola,
won.
go.
I won.
Will people please make the dancing videos?
Some people have already. Have you gone
I
and looked
know,
at
like 5 people.
Hi, Rachel.
Guys, I really want to see Miss Cortez dance.
Yes, Miss Cortez dance.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Dance, dance,
Go away. Go.
dance, dance, dance.
Somebody said hi
Dance,
to you.
dance, dance, dance.
You want to see me dance? Okay.
Yes.
In my dance video, I was doing the Macarena, so I was just doing this.
Oh. Boring.
Yeah, it was kind of boring. Thanks, Bethel. Thank you so
Somebody
much.
should do the dance
I
thing
will
and
try
do.
to figure out a
I'm
way to make the
truthful.
sound.
Somebody
like,
should do
better.
the dance thing and do Renegade.
No,
one is
no.
that?
I can't
I'm
do it.
truthful.
I can't
I'm
do it.
not mean. I'm
Which one is
truthful.
that?
No.
Which one is the Renegade one?
No.
What? I'm gonna have to look up these
Evil.
Fortnite dances again.
Ow! Not me with that sock.
You guys, I
do
took a
Renegade.
time lapse video for the thing this morning, Miss Banu's thing, and
Mhm.
I got really bored and I didn't know what to do, so I braided my hair. So you guys get to see me braid my hair.
I like it.
Thanks.
Cool. I'm going to try to
You're
figure out a way
lucky.
to fix my volume, and I'll dance for you, Lola.
Right now.
Hey, dance, dance,
I'm gonna
dance,
dance for you right
dance,
now. I don't have
dance.
any volume right now. I'm gonna have
That
to.
Put it
doesn't
on
matter, just
Flipgrid.
go.
Dance.
Dance and put it
I'll
on
put it on
Flipgrid.
Flipgrid. I'll put it on
Macarena.
Flipgrid.
One,
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll do
dance
it.
and put it on
Macarena.
Flipgrid.
Okay, I'll
One,
do it
Macarena.
before the end of this week. I promise.
But
Macarena.
every single one of you, please do a
Okay.
Flipgrid. Please.
Okay. All right, guys. I think that's all the questions that we have. So I'm gonna say bye-bye. And I love your faces.
Bye.
Guys, look at this exit, okay? Ready?
Okay, peace out, Kennedy.
Get here.
That was beautiful. All right, guys.
By the
Bye,
way,
peoples.
I am out of here. Hon, I am.
I'm